Fight me. Kick me in the face. Get mad at me. Kill me. Come on. One more rep. One more rep. Go. Try it again. Now fight me. Fight me harder. Harder. Harder.
So finally benching 3 times a week. We got tempo bench. I'm at a different gym, an Ultraflex, somewhere, I won't disclose where, but yeah, oddly enough there was calibrated plates, but I didn't see them until the last second, so I just kept with the mel plates. And yeah, bench felt quite good, oddly enough, even though the pad was fairly solid, but it was very, very short. Like, you can see basically my ass being off the bench. Like, my legs were nowhere near the bench, because where you see where I'm sitting is just like where the bench ends, Like, I'm on the very, very edge, so it wasn't the most comfortable bench, but oh well, but still got it done, and yeah, we're back to benching now, hopefully. Touch wood. There's nothing wood around me other than cabinet, but hopefully, touch wood, benching's back, but still do have a bit of a problem with pressing in certain positions, so hence why I'm doing flies right now, with the pec deck thing. This one it's quite nice, it's hammer strength, hammer strength do quite good machines, and yeah. I will say this, the overall vibe of the gym was kind of shit, because not only were the people a bit rude, not the desk people, but the people in the gym, the users of the gym, but also the music was loud as fuck, and I couldn't hear a single thing what people were saying, so yeah. Probably not gonna go back to this one, but yeah. Overall, it has good equipment, it has a variety of equipment that you can only find in an Ultraflex, so it's at least somewhat decent when it comes to those types of machines and stuff. And yeah, that's basically the only benefits of going to Ultraflex is the machines. The people are a bit, grumpy, but that's just people for you. But yeah, this is all I've done for chest, and hopefully in the future I'll be able to, do some dumbbell press and stuff like that. But anyway, on to some shoulders with the lateral raise machine. I've never used one of these in my life, and yeah, it was quite good, and I did a drop set at the end, just to finish it off and properly activate that muscle. Still a bit ill, but yeah, it's very good that they have like stuff in certain areas. So like they label stuff like shoulders, chest, arms, stuff like that, so you know where to go. Because I can guarantee if you didn't know where everything was, you'd probably get lost. Because when we go onto triceps, which is like over a balcony, you'll be able to see it's quite a big gym with a lot of equipment, so you can get lost very easy. But yeah, some very decent and pretty good equipment. I'd say if you want to be a bodybuilder, you can go here. There's quite a lot of equipment that most people that do bodybuilding would need. Some machines are kind of useless, in my opinion. Certain machines like a padded tricep extension's kind of useless, in my opinion. It's kind of shite. So certain like lat pull downs, kind of shit, but yet again, people's preference. But that's gyms for you. You know, sometimes they have the most useless equipment there, but it's still there. You know, but um, it's decent enough. You know, the equipment. As you can see, when on triceps, I'm just doing my regular tricep stuff because you know there was a certain tricep like skull crusher machine thing, and I tried to get in it, and yeah, I could not like reach back to get the bar thing to do some like skull crusher cable thing, but yeah, it just wasn't working, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do my regular thing of tricep extensions with tricep push down, you know. But I'd love to use that machine, but it's just like I physically couldn't, you know. I was just like trying to reach back, and it just wasn't working. Because I will say this, a lot of the machines in here are built for people that are like very much shorter than me, and considering I'm only like 6 foot, 6'1", it's like I'm not really that tall in comparison to a lot of people, you know. But yet again, it's just a thing I have to deal with certain, you know. I mean, if you're 6'4", you're probably not getting in any of these machines, to be honest. But yeah. But triceps were okay, you know. There wasn't much of a pump, you know, in terms of, actual output. But that's to be expected in some, workouts and everything. Now, on to a thing I found very interesting. It was like a lat-focused row sort of thing, you know. I actually enjoyed this one, you know, because I see Sam Sulek and a lot of people who use this, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll have a go at this, you know. Considering that I went through like 2 lat pull downs before getting here. I mean, I think you can see them into the side of me right there. There's like one that pulls down in front of you, so like it's going full front, and then there's one with like rotational handles, but one of them just didn't rotate. Hence why I've just picked this row thing, because I was like, oh yeah, I'll be fine with this. You know, it's a bit of lat focus, you know, gets you straight into it. And yeah, it was quite good. Stimulated a bit of the lats, but I mainly focused on the traps and everything, because that's where I am the weakest in. Because I would say my lats are quite okay, but they still do need a bit of work. But I think my traps do need quite a lot of work, so trying to fix it on them, and then afterwards go on to some lat pull downs. I mainly chose the lat pull down that was in the corner, you know, nowhere near people, because as I found, people are very, very moody. So I was like, I'm going to avoid people this time and just only approach people if I need to. So I just kept it a book and just like, stayed in the region where I was like, no one's going to be here, which no one was doing back. So yeah, thank God. So, because I wasn't going to go to like the multi, cable thing, but there was like 3 people around me, and then there's just like me recording my set. So I thought, I'll just use this one. It won't be much different. And yeah, they actually had mag grips, like a shit. It's a bit of a shit mag grip, but it did the job, you know. And yeah, overall, the lats were quite good. So after this, I went on to a T-bar row. Granted, it's not like the best T-bar row in the world, but it at least did something, you know. I got a bit of, you know, trap activation. But yeah, then I did like the Dorian Yates, you know, like it's like a lat pullover machine, but it wasn't really that good because the pads kept on hitting my sides and I'm not the biggest person in there, so it was a bit shit and a bit underwhelming because I expected a bit more, but that's my expectations. But anyway, on to some machine preacher because someone had the free weight preacher, so I decided to go upstairs and use one of their machines. Granted, it was a bit shit, you know, because I'm not really a big fan of machine preachers, as in like I like using dumbbells because I can, you know, it's more in my control and I can, you know, do more with it. But with machine preachers, it's like a mixed bag, you know. It's like very fixed and sometimes it just doesn't, you know, go with the flow, as I like to say. But overall, the workout was quite okay. You know, they've got plenty of machines at Ultraflex, which is quite good. It's just some are more useless than others. And yeah, will I be going back? Hell no. Yeah, I'll go to a different one and see how that is. But anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. So hopefully you can see me right now. Yeah, I went to a different gym and it was Ultraflex in a different town, you know. So the reason why I do that is just to get myself out there because I don't really have anywhere to go in terms of, you know, getting myself into those uncomfortable situations because I'm not much of a social person, I'll admit, and I like being comfortable sometimes. But I know that for me, that's just like gonna put me down and everything. So by doing these things of going to a different gym where it's different people, granted, did I enjoy myself? Not really. People looked like they had their arse smacked at least a couple times by Diddy and looked very, very grumpy. So yeah, they didn't look very friendly, and you could tell a lot of them were on steroids. Like you know when I say the skin talks in Braille, the skin was it was screaming. One guy was clearly white, but he must have some like skin condition because dude was blacker than black. Dude looked like, you know, when you shove charcoal all over yourself, you go black. That's what that guy looked like. But although I think that's a lot of fake tan, dude had his skin looked like he was decaying, bro. And he was fairly, I won't say big, but you know, he had that steroided look, and a lot of them had steroided looks. Yeah, it was a gear user gym, and I'll admit some do need to hit leg day because fucking hell, there was a guy that had probably the biggest upper body to lower body ratio I've ever seen. He genuinely he makes my legs on my body look massive compared to his legs. Bro had a full ass, you know, upper body, like full roided, you know, full on. And then his chicken legs. I was like, bruh, train your fucking legs. And then there was like one guy that was clearly prepping for a bodybuilding competition. He was tan, very lean, you know, he was like zoned in. I don't know if he's natural or not. He doesn't look it, but I can be wrong. You know, he wasn't like too big. So it's like depending on that, you know. And yeah, people were kind of rude as well. So I was on the bench and then the guy after me on the bench, you know, he was a bit fucking rude. He was like, oh, take that off, please. Yeah, well, he didn't really say please. He just said, can you take that side off?
And then just I tried talking to him, but he fucking ignored me. So yeah, this is why us gym community really do get the shit we do, because we have grumpy old men. Yeah, it was mostly grumpy old men in there. And I was just like, bruh, if you need a tampon, please fucking ask. Jesus Christ. They were right moody. But yeah, overall, that Ultra Flex itself, yeah, I don't think I'll be going back. Other than if it's like quieter, then sure, I'll go back. But overall, people look depressed, mate. They look. Most of them look like they want to shoot themselves like Kurt Cobain, if I'm being honest. And then quite a few of them clearly on stuff. So yeah, fun shit. It's just, I try these things, you know. But they definitely had loads of machines. Granted, most of the machines are fucking useless because there's like this lat pull down that I was thinking on going on. It's like there's these things that can go rotate, but it's like attached to like a arm. And when you pull it down, it's like here, but these things rotate. Probably the most fucking useless thing in there. And then there's the pull down one that's like right in front of you. I don't particularly like that, primarily just because I don't have a good connection with it. And then there was like, the Dorian Yates, thing that does that lat pullover thing. They had a very shit one there, I'll be honest. Like the pads were so big. I'm not that big compared to these cunts. Like I was basically top tier average in there. But like pulling it over, it was like hitting my side, and I was like, bruh, how does anyone get into this thing if they're like twice the fucking size of me? But yeah, it was an experience. It definitely wasn't like the other Ultra Flex. The other Ultra Flex, I'd say had, at least people smiling. People at least smiled at each other. These people were like, the fuck you doing here, man? Kind of people, but yeah. Well, that's, an Ultra Flex down. It's not... I see why people feel intimidated to go to the gym. Especially if you go to a gym like that, fucking hell. I wouldn't... If I was just starting out, I wouldn't fucking go there. The whole reason why I stay at my one and not go to a different one near me is that just like, one, I know a lot of people there, and two, people actually, smile. They at least look a bit friendly. And yeah, that's the whole reason why I go there. It's not because the, machines are good. The machines are shit. Like, I will be honest, the machines are fucking shit, and there's only one of them. Meanwhile, at Ultraflex, there's fucking 10,000 singular ones for the exact same fucking muscle, and it's like, okay. But, especially there, nah. Fuck no. And yeah, if you want body dysmorphia, go to Ultraflex. You'll feel small. I felt tiny. I felt like I just entered the gym. I feel like such a noob in there. I was like, bro. Since when did the average have fucking 20-inch arms? But yeah. And no one respects you in there anyway, if you're that fucking small anyway. So certainly won't be going there when it's busy. So jobs are good. But yeah, back to my old gym. I've benched 3 times this week, which is amazing. So the shoulder's getting okay. I've been using my massage gun, aka the fucking vibrator. Yeah, kind of type shit. But anyway, I shall be doing cardio in a bit, and seeing as it's the next day, it's the day after that. And yeah, do my cardio, feel healthy and shit, and then edit this video, and then you might watch it. But anyway, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, new gym. All right, see you in the next one. Goodbye.